Hi, I'm Dr. Lewis. I'm a veterinarian here at the Poor Veterinary Hospital, and Sue, our practice manager, is going to be asking me some questions today about dogs' eyes.
Can my dog get pink eye, and is it contagious to other pets and people?
This is a question that we get a lot. People are familiar with pink eye, which in humans is a conjunctivitis that can be spread from one person to another. I've talked with a number of ophthalmologists about this because sometimes it does really seem as though dogs do have a conjunctivitis that can be spread, and they always tell me that's not something that they see. Often dogs may go away to kennels or to day boarding or even grooming and come home and have some discharge, and the eyes can be kind of itchy, that type of thing. In those situations, by far what's most likely going on is it may be some contaminants or dust or something like that in the environment, or it may be some allergies that are causing the dog to have a conjunctivitis. Secondarily, then there can be some bacteria that can, take advantage of that situation and cause some discharge and irritation. But it's not something that's in the eye to begin with that can be spread from dog to dog. So normally I would say definitely can't have a pink eye that a dog can spread from one dog to another, and absolutely not a pink eye that a person or a dog can spread vice versa.
What can I do for my dog that has a cherry eye?
So the cherry eye is a common term for a condition that occurs in the third eyelid of the dog where a gland is flipped out of position. The dog has two lids just like people, but then there's a third eyelid that's just inside the lower lid that most of the time is out of sight, but if there's some irritation in the eye or a scratch or something like that, then that third eyelid may be elevated and may be raised up out of position above the lower lid, and so that people can see it. There's a gland in that lid that can sort of flip or rise up out of position, and then it may appear like a little, sort of like a little pink bean or something like that, right up on top of the lower lid, and be there where someone can see it. There are some breeds that are more predisposed to this happening. It's generally not an emergency or anything that has to be addressed immediately. Sometimes it'll resolve on its own. If the gland is out of position on a regular basis, it can cause some problems with the cornea or the eye itself. And so then usually we recommend a procedure is done to secure that gland in its normal position to avoid any problems.
Is there such a thing as a vision test for dogs?
Well, sadly, not really. So we haven't arrived at a chart yet that dogs will read, at least voluntarily. But there are some things we can do to determine what the approximate vision is. Just on a general exam, we can tell usually if some vision is present. It may be fairly limited, but usually that will give us a start. And then to better determine if there's vision present, then we may have to recommend a test that can look at the retina directly and can tell if there are any electric signals being sent from the retina to the brain. And that can tell us if the retina and the optic nerve are active and are working properly. As a matter of interest, dogs see in fewer colors than people. The cones are the part of the retina that allow us to see color. Dogs have two cones while people have three. So dogs really only see in two colors. Sadly, for many of us here, that's yellow and blue, where we might hope that they saw green and white or red and gray. But they're limited in their vision, and that's kind of what they see. So there are a lot of things that can be arise from such a small part of the dog's anatomy, but it can really give us a large window into the dog's overall health. So if you have any questions about your dog's eyes or anything else associated with your dog's vision, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Good. TJ, stop laughing. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
It was great. No, I love that.